Hey y'all, happy Memorial Day weekend, y'all. Come on in. We got a bunch of ill youngins around here, but I've got to cook. We're having our family Memorial Day gathering today. They wanted jambalaya instead of barbecue, so that's what we're doing. I actually have a sinus headache, y'all, so I'm gonna try to kind of fight through this. But I know they wanted me to cook, so that's what we're gonna be doing. So y'all come on in. Hope everybody's had a good morning. I'm going to get a little bit of butter, a couple tablespoons of butter, and I'm actually microwaving some chicken broth. So y'all come in. Hey Keisha, get you some community coffee. So yeah, that's 2 mornings in a row I have had a sinus headache. I don't know what's going on with that. I've got to cut up a little bit of sausage real quick, but I've also got to, I'm going to go ahead and put my meat in. So look, so I've got some chicken breast, some chicken thighs, 2 pork chops. I just cut the bone out of them, cubed it up, all cut up nice and neat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all in here, and I'm going to put my seasoning that I want on it, because we're going to be browning it down. So just get it all in there. I will have to go back and forth to the sink, y'all, so y'all bear with me. Hang your panic. Y'all know me. Alright. Usually when I cook my jambalaya, I put like at least 1 pound of shrimp. She didn't buy any shrimp this time. You don't have to. It's a lot cheaper doing it this way anyway, with just the chicken, sausage, and pork. But I do like that seasoning, that little bit of that seafoody flavor in it. It doesn't matter if the shrimp's not in it or not. So we're going to use a little bit of Old Bay. So just put some Old Bay seasoning in there. I am eventually going to put a couple bay leaves, but not yet. I don't want to break them all to pieces. I'm going to be putting some of my, I think I'm going to, instead of using my mixture that I had, I'm going to use some garlic powder, because I like using the garlic powder over the the minced garlic in here. Tree and grass counts high. I guess maybe that's what it is, Miss Evelyn. But I'm going to put some onion powder. And you can put a good bit. So we'll figure, I'm not measuring in my hand today. You'll figure about a tablespoon of each. Well, we'll do this one. That was a clump. Oh, that's another clump. So about a tablespoon of each. That's garlic, granulated garlic. I always like to use a little bit of my paprika. If I can find it. I will need my parsley. Where's my paprika? This is regular paprika. This is not smoked. Good morning, y'all. You don't want to stay open. This will just give it some good color. Not quite a tablespoon of the paprika, though. And then we're going to do some black pepper. I won't add any salt yet, because we're going to get so much salt from the, you'll get so much salt from the sausage, chicken broth, and all that stuff. So I'll kind of taste. We'll be tasting kind of as we go once everything kind of gets cooked. So, but we've got to brown this down really good, and then we're going to be adding all them veggies in. And I don't want to hear that. So what I did, I can get it out. I had, it needs to cook a little bit more. Who is that? Oh, that's the 4-wheeler. We got neighbors across the road. They have a big, morning, Amy. How you doing, my friend? Across the road, they have a big Memorial Day shindig. Huh? Who? The church? Yeah. Oh, that's the old Jeep. That's what that was? Yeah. What was that?
They got a old body
truck.
Silverado.
Oh. Alright, so I'm going to cube up, pick out what kind of, we're good, Amy, we're good. I got a sinus headache this morning, but I got to cook for the family today. So, but just pick out some good smoked smoked sausage, and just cube it up. This is Melissa's favorite sausage. She likes the Marbells. It is made local here in Pike County. So I just kind of cut some of them off, and I cut it into manageable pieces. I cut it in half 2 times. That way it's in like 4 pieces, and then I just cube it. I just cut it up. Jambalaya is very easy. It's not hard to do. There's multiple ways you can do it to make it really easy. If you want to do, I have used minute rice instead of the regular rice like I'm using today, and it works just as good. It gets ready quicker, when you do that. So that's just strictly up to you. But I think what I have found works for me is I'm going to do a little over 4 cups of broth. Amy, that's fine. You can call me today, girl. It don't matter. When we get off, just call me. I ain't going to be doing nothing. I still got to work out in the shop a little bit, but since nothing's getting delivered tomorrow, we'll be able to catch up tomorrow. But I will be working tomorrow. I don't have to go car shopping no more with Chase. That takes up too much time. So got his car yesterday. So just kind of pick, I like a lot of the sausage in mine. So, and we've got a good bit of meat, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to go ahead and do this last little piece. What'd you do?
Put soap and water in the baby bottle and it's spewed off the top.
So we're going to call this, I don't remember how much that weighed, but it was probably, this is going to be every bit of a pound of sausage. See how much this pack weighs. Oh, Lord. I got my glasses on, but I don't need them on. I don't think. Yeah, this was 2 pounds, so that's a pound. We're going to call it a pound. Let me wash my hands real quick. Hey, Miss Janet. How are you, lady? Let me wash my hands. She's making a mess. Cassie's washing the baby bottle. We got both babies here. Hopefully Evie will be going to sleep soon. So you want to brown all this meat really good. I'm going to stick that sausage in at one point. Then we got lots of veggies. And you can use whatever seasoning. Do what? You can use whatever seasoning you want. This is another little, this is a little Louisiana Cajun seasoning. Morning, John. So I'm just going to put a little bit, because I will start tasting. I'll start tasting once things start getting cooked, and I start adding all this liquid in. I will start tasting, and just remember, you can't take it away. You can add, but you can't take it away. So don't overdo it. We're doing all right. We're not going to do a whole lot, y'all. Like I said, I got a sinus headache. I took some medicine a while ago, and I don't know. Chase has kept me busy car shopping, so we got that out of the way. So, no, this is not hot. This you can use hot if you want. I mean, it's whatever kind of smoked sausage you like. John, I did. I'm sorry, brother. I hadn't had time. I didn't get to read it all. I saw it come over notifications, man, and we were so busy yesterday with Chase car shopping, and I didn't check anything else last night. So, this is jambalaya, or as we call it, jambalaya. So we're browning our meat. We got chicken. This is 2 chicken breasts. I think I did 3 or 4 chicken thighs. I just cut the bones out, cut them up, and 2 pork chops. I took 2 pork chops, deboned them, cut them into lengths, strips, and then cut them into cubes. just gonna kick this bad boy up on high. And we're gonna get this stuff going, get it browned up good. Now, like I said, I've got just over 4 cups of chicken broth. The chicken broth, I had some, like chicken stock in the little box, It wasn't enough. It was like 2 3/4 cups left in that. So what I do is, y'all know I like my chicken bouillon cubes. So I put in about 5 chicken bouillon cubes, filled it up above 4, and I microwaved it till it's all dissolved. So now we're gonna make sure, I usually go, if I do 4 cups of liquid, I'll use 3 cups of rice. Let me get over here so I can read, y'all. So I can read. Yep, jambalaya. That's right. No, it's spelled with an A, but we pronounce it jambalaya. So I'm gonna get me 3 cups of rice, so I'll have it all ready. If I can see the numbers. This cup's backwards. I hate this cup. 2. And once you get the rice in there and you get it all stirred up, you don't stir it anymore. You turn it to low, and you just put the lid on it, and that's it. That's all she wrote. All right. What? She's been keeping them. I don't know why. But yeah, she's been keeping them. But they evidently got tired of barbecue because we've been eating a lot of barbecue. I froze up, y'all. Am I on the Wi-Fi? Hang on, y'all. I should be on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Miss Janet, go back out and come back in. I stuck a couple tablespoons of butter in the bottom of the cast iron. Remember, if you're using the cast iron on top of your glass top, y'all, don't be dragging that thing around too much. Because, I mean, it will scratch that top. But I haven't never had any problem with all of it. All right, going in with the sausage, y'all. Going in with the sausage. Probably won't never keep it all in here. I know I won't. But whatever jumps out, we're going to pick it up. It smells so good, y'all. So good. I don't think I'm going to need the cutting board anymore. Just don't get it on the baby chicken. That way I got myself a little more room. All right. While we still browning now, you're just going to continue to add to the pot. She asleep? She's not asleep. The baby's watching Miss Rachel. Y'all know what Miss Rachel is. All right, so I've got green onions, a lot. I got regular onions, so I got 2 regular onions, green onions, and 2 bell peppers chopped up. So that's kind of give you your Holy Trinity stuff. I did use 1 purple because I had 1 left. All of this is going to go in here. And I know they're watching TV, Miss Janet, so I don't know if that's going to... That cast iron hot. So you're just going to continue to cook down. Just continue cooking it down and adding in. Just keep adding in. I'm going to go ahead. I don't think I'm going to break them up. I'm going to put a couple. Where's the dogs? Hush, fella. These are small, so I'm going to go ahead and add them all. So I'm going to put the 5. I got 5 little bay leaves. So I'm going to put them in there. We just kind of eat around them. As we see them, pull them out. Don't eat them. They give good flavor, but don't eat them. This is a very, very good dish to, if you had a big pot. A lot of people down here, this feeds a lot of people. You can take a big jambalaya pot, and I mean, they literally have people down here that can cook this stuff for 500, 600, 700 people. They got pots that big. And they basically use a boat paddle, to stir it all up. I will. She went back in there. We're trying to get Evie Kate to lay down. Scarlett's right here in her car seat right behind me on the ball. And she's just She's just hanging out. She can't do much. She's still too little. I'm gonna add a little bit of my seasoning blend, which is the frozen. That's gonna give me a little bit of liquid in a minute. I'm just gonna add that. I have found, I'm just using long grain rice. You use whatever kind of rice you want. That's just some long grain rice. Oh Lord, Cassie's making all kinds of racket. But I'm gonna put some of the frozen seasoning blend in. But I have found it comes out better, y'all, when you put a lot of veggies. I know it looks like a bowl of a lot of veggies, but it's just good. Well, so you better have a big pot. Oh yes, absolutely. You got to have a big pot if you're going to be feeding a lot of people, and it's easy to cook, y'all. Like I said, you just steady brown down. I'm going to have to get a pot holder. Shut up. Hey, hush. Lord, these dogs, y'all. I said I haven't been in the best of mood this morning, y'all, because my head was hurting. So the dogs have really been getting on my nerves. With all that barking this morning. Now you can use minced garlic if you want to. I like to use the powder in this. It just seems like it does better. I don't necessarily need the minced garlic chunks, in this. That's what I move y'all a little closer now. Bella. I can get y'all to lower down a little bit. And y'all need some smell-o-vision. Oh. Y'all just don't know. That sausage is really good. Make sure if I know y'all can't get the Marbells, you might can order it, but if you can get the Conecuh, if you can find the Conecuh sausage is really, really good. I may have to plug my phone in. I don't know. It might make it. But Conecuh does really well too. But I was so glad that Chase found his car yesterday. I'm so tired of car shopping with him. It's like, geez. I had to tell him, I said, hunting for cars, shopping for cars ain't no good. It ain't no good. It ain't fun. I'm glad he got one. Have you ever missed rice twice before cooking? Have I ever what now? Hang on. Rinsed rice. Oh, yeah. I've rinsed my rice a lot. In this, I'm not. But most of the time when I'm cooking regular rice, I do rinse it. Now, I have, it's not as good. It's not. But I have actually cooked my rice ahead of time and put the rice in. It's not as good because that rice is going to cook in all of this juice and all this good stuff. So, but if you want to do it quick, you can cook your rice. You can use, if you like, my mother-in-law likes that parboiled rice. I don't really like it, but she likes it. All right, so now this is a lot of veggies. I don't know if I'm going to get them on. He got a car. He got a 2022 Honda Accord that they were using at this dealership for a loaner. Like if you worked on they was working on something, they let you, use it for a little bit. Didn't have but 2,860 miles on it. Beautiful car. Beautiful, beautiful, clean car. Honda Accord Sport. So he'll be married to that note for a while. A little while anyway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put some of the frozen, about half. I can get a little bit of liquid out of that since it was froze. We use, anybody else use clothespins for everything? That's all you got? I don't need that. And I'm going to just start pouring in the green onions and the onions. I ain't going to put it all because I still have to be able to stir. Sharing recipe. Miss Betty, I haven't. You'll be able to watch the replays, y'all. You will. Hey, Keely. Oh, yeah, me too. I'm glad he did. I'm so glad he did, y'all. I was so tired of car shopping with him. And if you have to, you can add a little bit of it wouldn't take much, but You can add a little bit of oil if you need to. Just a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be a full pot. I mean a full pot too. No truck. Yeah, he was kind of complaining about the gas mileage on his truck anyway. So I said, man, get you a car. I said, if you work a while, enjoy your car, and then you can get you another used truck later. It's not like he really needed it. I'm going to put a dab of olive oil because I need a little bit of oil in that bottom. Just a dab will do you of the EVOO. He's out there cleaning a place off. I told him, I said, if you'll clean a place off under the awning of the shop, you can park your car under the awning. We've got my scaffold still out there. I had boards left over from where we built the shop. I said, just keep moving on down. Move it down. You can park it by my truck. He's going to wash it today. They buying it on a Saturday, y'all, and taking it home. All their people had went home. We were the last ones there. They were waiting on us to finish, but all of their workers had went home, so they couldn't clean it. They told him he can bring it back. It was clean in the inside. It just needed a washing, and he said, I'll wash it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Because we didn't leave. I didn't get home till it was probably 5:45 when I got home. So we didn't finish. We took them till 5 o'clock. You know, almost to 5 o'clock before we got all the paperwork done and insurance and all that stuff. He still got to get his insurance. I had to add him on mine so he could bring the car home. But we did what we had to do. Y'all, this stuff smells so good. So good. Now, all you're trying to do is you're trying to get all of this cooked to a certain point. You're right. Well, I mean, the cars are cheaper, but still, I mean, this car's got less than 3,000 miles on it. 2,860 miles. Beautiful car, y'all. It's a beautiful car. It should last him a long time. And that's why Daddy went. Daddy went so I could actually kind of negotiate a little bit on the price. And y'all, you can't negotiate on cars anymore. It's the strangest thing. You go by these car lots. I had no idea. You go by these car lots and you see cars. Not all of them, but every one of them that we went to, all the cars were out there. We went to a Toyota dealership in Hattiesburg. I told everybody this. Y'all, they had cars everywhere. Guess how many of those cars was new? I was like, he said, you know how many new cars? New. How many new cars we have on this lot? And I'm like, no. 4. Out of all them cars, they had 4 new vehicles. They had a Toyota Crown, which is a brand new one. They had a 4Runner, Tacoma, and something else. Everything else on that whole lot was used. And we couldn't find one. Well, we did. We found a Toyota Camry that he liked, but they had rented it out and it was gone. We drove to look at the Camrys yesterday. I found 5 or 6 Camrys. Hey, Miss Denise. Hey, Miss Caroline. 5 or 6 Camrys on the website. So I'm like, well, let's go look at those Camrys. Y'all, we got over there. Guess how many of them Camrys was actually there at the lot? Out of 5 or 6 that I seen, guess how many that we actually got to look at? 0. I'm like, this is false advertisement. None of the cars were there. They're ordered. They're ordered, and they might come in June. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Morning, Miss Elaine. I'm like, that ain't no way to... Oh, I like it, Miss Gold. I like the black box now. I was like, we came over here to look at cars, you know? But I'm like, this ain't right. I said, this ain't right at all. Y'all look at that. Look, and I'm telling y'all should smell this. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Yeah, well, they're still blaming it on they can't get the cars. Like the shipping, they can't get them. It takes too long, and I'm like, so no wonder the used car market went up. Oh, it's good. It smells good. I don't know what that is. I hope that's a dog trying to come in here. All right, let me dump me some parsley. I like the parsley in there, y'all, because this is just dried parsley. It really gives it some good color. Good tablespoon or so. I'm almost out of my parsley because we fixing to get ready to start adding all the rice in there. Y'all make sure y'all invite somebody to our page and tell them to come hang out with Craig and Melissa at Small Town Reshop. Now, I did have the sale is still going on. Now, y'all, that little app that I put the sales on with, that crazy thing, that's the dumbest time thing I've ever seen. So, by accident, he got a 2022 Honda Accord Sport. But, what was I saying? Oh, the 25% off in the shop, in the smalltownreshop.com site, actually stopped at like midnight last night. So I went and turned it back on. I went and turned it back on this morning, and I'm going to wait and turn it off tomorrow. So I didn't even put an end date and a time. So the sale is still on, so y'all can go check that out. And the sale on the wreaths are still on as well. Y'all can absolutely go and take advantage at smalltownreshop.com. Yes, you can put shrimp, but she didn't buy none. I usually like to put like a pound or two of shrimp right before I put the rice in, but she didn't buy none. So this is just going to be chicken and sausage and pork. Chicken, sausage, and pork, because I got 2 pork chops. I like that little bit of pork in mine, and I'll tell you something that works really good. A small pack of country-style ribs. Just a little short country-style boneless ribs cut up into chunks in here. It's really good. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and let me get a fork. I want to taste it real quick, y'all. Hold on. Right here. Here's a spoon. Now that we got everything kind of cooked, I just want to taste it, see like the saltiness and stuff like that. You can't pick out furniture. What? Really? No way. That's about like a car shopping. Hot. Alright. We know we're going to get a little bit more seasoning. A little bit of salt, but it does need some. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more Old Bay. And I'm going to do a dash of salt. We're going to be pretty good. We'll just have to add in at the end if it's not enough. So that's going to be, we're going to put about that much salt. For good measure. And now, I got it cut down to medium. And now we're going to put the rice. And we're going to actually cook this rice in here for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. Just kind of get that rice kind of started cooking in the little bit of liquid and oil that we have in here. That's just the way I do it. It kind of starts the process of getting that rice going. And that was 3 cups. 3 cups rice, and I'll look at it. I'll be able to tell when I pour that 4 cups of chicken broth in. Now you have to kind of have to steady stir it once you get this in, because you can feel it where it wants to kind of stick on the bottom, which is okay. Because that's a bunch of that gruyere stuff that's so good in there. We are cooking jambalaya today. No barbecue. They didn't want barbecue today. So they I've been barbecuing pretty regularly. So it was like, no, we don't want no barbecue. So we're doing a jambalaya. I don't know what I'm going to cook with it. Probably green beans. We'll probably do some green beans. Keep it simple today. my headache is actually finally letting up, so that's a blessing. I mean, I was just, I don't know. That's 2 mornings in a row that my sinuses have been really acting up. And you can cut your heat down, you know, while you do the rice. It's just you're trying to cook that rice just a little bit. Hey, Miss Kathleen, I see you, lady. Happy Memorial Day to all of y'all. So we're going to go about 4 more minutes on the rice. And just kind of give it a stir, bring it up from the bottom. And you're going to see, because all this rice is going to cook in all this flavor, y'all. As soon as I stick that chicken broth in here, we bring it back to a little boil, put the lid on it, turn it on low, and leave it alone. As long as you're going to just turn it on low, and you're going to let it do its thing for about 20-30 minutes till that rice is all the way done. Yeah, I might have to get me something. I took me some ibuprofens and it's starting to kind of let up. We're not leaving till Thursday, early Thursday morning. I do, Miss Betty, every day. Look, I swear by that stuff, y'all. I had to move over a little bit. I use Flonase, 1 in each nostril every morning, and it usually works. This time it's not working for some reason. I don't know why, but it's all right. It'll be gone before today's up. It's starting to get better. Starting to get better. So like I said, you're just trying to cook this rice just a little bit, and let it kind of, you know, right, it'll start opening up, start softening up just a little bit. And you ain't got to do it 10 minutes. If you can do it 5 minutes, that's plenty. I don't put okra in this one. I do in my gumbo sometimes, but I don't in my jambalaya. This just has onions, green onions, bell pepper, what did I forget? And parsley. And then in that seasoning blend, that frozen seasoning blend right here, it might have a little bit, like a smidgen of chopped celery in this. Not much though, but I think it does have a little celery in that frozen pack. And I only used half of that, so we're just to start adding some of this chicken broth, letting it work some of that Gruyere sticky stuff on the bottom. So I know I hadn't waited. I'm gonna just put a little bit of chicken broth, and I'm gonna kick the heat up a little bit, and I'm gonna start getting that bottom. I'm gonna get the bottom of the pot loose. I do, Miss Glenna. I like shrimp in it, but I don't have any. Melissa didn't buy none. She forgot. I asked her, I said, "Did you pick up some shrimp?" Nope. Okay. So, no shrimp today. But yes, I do like shrimp in it. Pound or two of shrimp. Nothing big. You don't have to put big shrimp in here. You can just put some little shrimp. I'm just adding enough, and I'll be able to tell if 4 cups of water or that little bit is enough with the 3 cups of rice. You want to make sure that it covers a little bit, and that you've got enough fluid in there, or liquid, to make sure the rice gets cooked. And if I want it a little darker, just a little, y'all know that I like to use my browning sauce, which I don't see. Oh, there it is. You take a little bit of that kitchen bouquet, just a little. Like it's kind of light colored. If you want it to get darker, just a little bit, not much. It ain't gonna take just a little bit of pour. You put just a teaspoon of that in there, and you'll see that color. You'll see that color get rich and change. And you'll see it darken up. And it'll make a pretty, alright, so we're going to dump it off. And it might take a little more. I'm going to stir it, and I'm going to see if I like the way it looks. So you can go anywhere from 3 cups of rice to 4.5, maybe 5 cups of liquid if you have to. 4 3/4. But I think we're going to be good. So this was probably 4.5 cups of liquid. I'm going to make sure I get it the color I want it. Let me add a little bit more. And I saw a little bit of my bouillon cube stuck in the bottom. So we gotta get all that. Don't leave no man behind. And if it needs any more seasoning or anything, we'll just do it on our plate because I don't want to over season it. And that's it, y'all. Now what I do is I take and make sure everything's covered. If you think you need to add a little bit of water for good measure, just a little bit, look, by all means, watch. So we're going to go, that's about another 1/2 cup. And I'm going to just drizzle that in. Make sure that's covered up good enough. So that's about another, so that's another 1/2. So we're going to call it about 4 3/4 cups of liquid. And all you want to do is when it starts coming back to that little boil, we're going to cut it to low. I'm trying to make sure I get everything off the bottom. Get all that, scrape all of that stuff on the bottom. That's like where all the flavor's at. So if they got anything stuck, then get it freed up. At least the majority of it. And then I like to kind of make sure I got all my rice down, like so. And I could have I had enough room. I could have went 4 cups of rice if I wanted to. All right, so it's back to a little boil, low. I'm actually going to low, not simmer, low. Put the lid on, make sure it's turned where none of that steam's gonna get out. You know how black pot works, you got your little thing, keep all that. You put it on low, and done deal. 25 or so minutes. You can pull it off. Don't stir it, don't do nothing with it. Leave it like it is. In 25, let's see, I'm gonna do 25 minutes. 25 minutes, I'll come back, I'm gonna take the lid off, and I'm gonna check the rice. I'm gonna kind of take and taste it, make sure the rice is not crunchy, make sure we're getting all the rice cooked through. Don't stir it. You may have a little bit still stick in the bottom. That's all right. As long as you ain't got it on high and it don't scorch, you'll be just fine. But that's it. I mean, this is chicken, sausage, a little bit of pork, onions, bell peppers, green onions, parsley. Does have a little bit of that seed. You can use all that seasoning blend if you want. Just seasoning blend. Don't chop up nothing. I like fresh onions chopped up in mine. It just works better. You want me to see? What you got me, Miss Glenna? I've got some garlic. It's good. Oh, I got garlic now. Oh, you talking about shrimp? I got you. I hear you. Yeah, I like the shrimp in. I do. But just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Let that rice absorb all of the liquid in there, and you'll be good to go. If you have trouble with your rice getting done, if you want to start trying this, make it with minute rice. Get your minute rice. Minute rice is a 1-to-1. So if you put 3 cups minute rice, put 3 cups water, and do it that way. And it'll cook. It'll be just fine. How you got out of there? Cooper. Hey. Oh, Chase let him know. But it's going to cook. I'm going to clean up. I got to put my sausage up, wash all my dishes, get my green beans going, and they will have Memorial Day weekend lunch, supper, whatever they want. So, and it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Give it a try. You can always shoot me a message if you need to. I'll help you out if you need to. If you forget something, go back and watch the replays. I do like my new stove. My new stove has done perfect. Just like the other one, just a different color and a lot newer. So it's done perfect and probably one of the best $400 I ever spent. So it's doing great. Thank you for asking, Miss Judy. But I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I hope this headache goes away and I start to feel a little better. I think I'll be all right. But happy Memorial Day to all of y'all. Thank you to those of y'all that do serve, and in memory of the ones that served that didn't make it home. That was protecting our great country. Evie Kate's coming in there. So we love y'all. Don't forget, check out the shop, y'all. smalltownreshop.com. Check us out on With the Bickhams on YouTube as well. We'd appreciate it. Make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments. Sprinkle this out to somebody, y'all. Invite somebody to come hang out with Craig and Melissa. We hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay sweet, be blessed, stay safe. Don't forget, love on their family members. We don't know if we're going to have them tomorrow, so love on them today. Also, do something to make you smile. Do something to make you proud. Inspire yourself and inspire somebody along the way. Say a kind word while you're out and about. We'll make somebody's day, and it will put that smile on your face, y'all. So, y'all stay sweet. Call us, message us if you need us, y'all. Bye, y'all.